many times has your government that you're a part of invited the leader of the Chinese Communist Party to address the Australian Parliament?
Once.
It's the only time it's happened. Labor never did. When I was a minister, we put US Marines into Darwin. When you've been a minister, we've had the Port of Darwin sold to a company connected with the Chinese Communist Party. The fact that the Prime Minister hasn't picked up the phone to Prime Minister Sogavare says an enormous amount.
We now see evidence, Mr. Speaker, that the Chinese Communist Party, the Chinese government, has also made a decision about who they're going to back in the next federal election, Mr. Speaker. Now, that's open. That is obvious, Mr. Speaker.
The Leader of
and
the
they
House,
have picked this bloke as their candidate, Mr. Speaker.
I'm Peter Dutton, giving seemingly this private citizenship ceremony for Huang Zhangmo's family. This is the, I suppose, infamous Chinese donor. It seems curious, Joe Kelly. What did you make of this?
Well, I think it's a bad look for Peter Dutton, Tom. Huang Zhangmo, he is seen as an agent of influence for the Chinese Communist Party. That's ultimately why his bid for citizenship was blocked. That's why his visa was cancelled. So the fact that this meeting occurred, that money was paid, quite a lot of money was paid, and it seems to have been done through an old mate's connection, I think is a very bad look for Peter Dutton.
Peter Dutton has got a lot to explain about this. He is supposed to be the minister responsible for the domestic security of Australia.
A meeting arranged between a Chinese businessman, now banned on ASIO's advice from even entering Australia, and the minister responsible for Homeland Security. A Liberal power broker and long-time factional ally of Peter Dutton set up the private lunch for a cash fee in the tens of thousands of dollars.
This is cash for access.
Supposed to be the minister responsible for ensuring that our politics is not influenced by foreign actors.
When you do the wrong thing, you have to take responsibility. I did and resigned from Parliament. Peter Dutton needs to resign from Parliament.